Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Peyton Anderson with Next Level Athletes. I'm thrilled to have Justin Bufford on the podcast today. Justin is coming off his COVID freshman year with Middle Tennessee, where he appeared in 37 games, averaging 18.7 minutes, along with 3.9 points per game, 41.2% shooting. And on top of this, he had a career high 12 points against Coastal Carolina. Justin, first of all, thanks so much for coming on today.
All right, thank you for having me.
Of course. And first, take me back to your recruitment process. First off, what originally led you to Shelton State Community College?
Coming out of high school from Montgomery Catholic, me and my head coach, we kind of figured I was going to have to take the JUCO route. So I originally committed to Northwest Florida Junior College in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up leaving that school, and I wanted to go to Shelton because Shelton really was my first option. So I ended up leaving there and going to Shelton. So that's how I ended up there. And the recruiting process was cool. We went through the first year. We had a winning year. We made it to Kansas, the National JUCO Championship, and it was just a fun experience. So after that, I was already a qualifier, So I was just looking for a team to pick me up. So I talked to multiple schools like Louisiana Tech, Wichita State, and it really just came down to Coach Pulley at Shelton at the time. He was good friends with our coach here, Turner Battle, and they were just talking to me about it, and it just made the decision kind of easy because I felt like they really meant what they said when they were recruiting me.
Mm-hmm. And with that, what ultimately led you to transfer over to Middle Tennessee?
Probably just the communication, like Coach McDevitt, Coach Battle, Coach Dixon, Coach Westlone. They all just made it seem like they really had like genuine love for me. They weren't just talking, just trying to get me here. Like they really meant what they said when they were saying like we can do this, we can do that.
Mm-hmm. And looking back at your high school career, you attended Montgomery Catholic High School. You averaged 26.7, 11 rebounds, and 4.4 assists as a senior. On top of this, you were named Dallas County Player of the Year, first team All-State honoree, first team All-County honors, and even named Metro Player of the Year, along with runner-up Class 3A Player of the Year. With all that said, what would you say you miss most about high school in general, but also your all-time favorite memory?
I miss my coach, man. Coach Curry, Coach Michael Curry out of Montgomery, Alabama. He still works at Montgomery Catholic, but yeah, that's my guy. I really miss him. I really miss playing for him. He's a great coach, and I really miss my old teammates, guys like LJ Green, TJ Dudley, Miles Butler. It's just I just miss the memories that we had with them. My favorite memory would probably be when we took that trip to Florida. We had a tournament in Florida, and we went down there. We ended up losing one game, but we ended up winning the other side of the bracket. I averaged like 30 that tournament, had a 40-point performance. So it was fun. It was a fun time.
Yeah. And talk to us more about your experience for Middle Tennessee at Shelton State Community College. First off, what would you say you most learned from that year that you translated over to Middle Tennessee this past season?
You saying what I learned from Shelton or what I learned from Middle Tennessee?
What you brought from Shelton over to Middle Tennessee.
Okay, I got you. Okay, I got you. Probably just the discipline, attitude, and just playing defense. Really, just learning how to play the game at a collegiate level. It's different coming from high school and playing at a college level. You got guys who are bigger, stronger, faster. The game is played at a faster pace. It's a lot of things you got to take into account, but I really learned from Shelton just to be disciplined, have a good attitude, and just defend, and just play hard all the time. And everything else will work itself out.
Mm-hmm. And additionally, on top of that, what were your first thoughts and outlook going into Middle Tennessee, getting into the flow of things in the program, but also with it being a COVID freshman year for you this past year, have your expectations or outlook shifted at all, or relatively stayed the same?
Coming into the season, everybody knew it wasn't a secret. They've been having a little trouble the last 2 years trying to get back on track and then COVID didn't help them. So just coming into the year, the coaching staff was telling me like we're gonna turn things around. This is our stepping stone to build to become a better basketball team. So hearing that just put fuel to the fire because I've always been a winner. And, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I want to help a team win. So came into the year and we had a pretty solid year. We
Yeah.
did good. We're looking to have a better year next year. But for the most part, nothing changed. We still hungry. We still gonna do what we gotta do.
Mm-hmm. And while on this topic, what would you say most went well for you this past season at Middle Tennessee, but also what you felt you had a difficult time with adjusting, whether that be the pace of play or anything along that matter?
I feel like I show that I can play hard and I can play at this level, you know. But it's a lot of things that I feel like I need to work on in the off
Mm-hmm.
season, and I feel like getting stronger is one. I learned that at this, like the higher level you go, like the stronger other
Yeah.
guys are, and the pace is much faster. You're dealing with pros. Like a lot of these guys are future NBA players, so it's just having the mindset of always getting better, never settling.
Mm-hmm. And when talking about, recruitment, NIL deals, social media, there's so many things that factor into uh, decisions nowadays. But for you personally, what kind of advice do you have the athletes, such as your case, going to JUCO and transferring over to Middle Tennessee? What kind of advice do you have to athletes and just not giving up, if that makes sense, and being able to know that just because you're taking a JUCO year or something doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It's just your own path. What kind of advice do you have, and expand on that in general?
Yeah, it's just never give up. Always believe in yourself. Always believe that you can do it. Believe in the work that you put in. If you know you put in the right amount of work and you deserve good things to happen to you, good things will happen. Like just keep working, fall in love with the grind. I had one of my trainers named Greg Davis out of Montgomery, Alabama. He told me, he said, once I take this route, everybody gonna forget about me. Like all the friends that I had, they're not gonna be there how they was when I had a name in high school. He
Mm-hmm.
told me like all the people around me, they're gonna really show who they are when I take this route. And it really happened. Like he didn't tell a lie.
Yeah.
When I went JUCO, a lot of people fell off because they thought I fell off. They thought I was gonna get stuck or just play 2 years JUCO and just be washed out.
Mm-hmm.
But I believed in myself. My family believed in me. My support system believed in me, and I kept working. I kept, praying to God, and He showed me that I'm not done. Like JUCO was not my final stop. Just like I knew it wasn't my final stop, it was just a stepping stone for me in my career. And just always just believing in yourself. And with the NIL deals, I would say, well, with everything, NIL, social media, just have somebody you can talk to. Don't try to take the whole load by yourself. Have somebody that you can talk to and figure things out together. See, I have a couple people that I have in my corner that I can talk to about different things and different opportunities. So just have somebody in your corner, have your support system. It doesn't have to be big at all.
Mm-hmm.
Just have somebody that you can just go to and talk to. Don't try to just figure this whole thing out by yourself because it's a lot. It can get overwhelming.
Mm-hmm. Of course. And transitioning over to life off the court, uh, take us through a typical day for you during the season and a day during the off season, like right now.
Okay. During the season, now we can do off season first. Off season, we probably would get up. We would get up probably around 10 or 11 or 12, go lift weights. We would lift weights, then we probably would have practice after that. And then we probably would shoot after practice. And then if you want to, you probably get you another workout in after practice. But that's a typical day, just getting a lot of work in. And during the season, we probably would go to class, like depending on what day you have study hall. I have 8 a.m. study halls on uh Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I get up early, go to study hall, then I go to class, get done with all my classes. Then we probably lift weights during the evening. We all have morning class, so in the evening we can work out and have practice. So after study hall, after class, I'll go work out, lift weights, and then we have practice. And then you have the rest of the evening to just go chill, let your body relax.
Uh-huh. And additionally, talk to us about your major. What is it about, the class that you're taking for it, you've been taking for it, but more importantly, why you chose it in the first place?
At first, my major was sports management, but I wanted to do something a little different because I like I find interest in like the stock markets and
Mm-hmm.
cryptocurrencies and stuff. So I changed my major to integrated studies. Yeah, it's like a variety of things you can do with that major. So and I take a communication class, an English class, a macroeconomics class, leisure and sports class, and I take one more. Nah, I think that's it. I think that's all the classes I take. But just leading me to that decision was just like learning. Like one of our coaches, he was like really into like stock market and stuff, and then like I kind of found interest in it, and I've been looking at it a little bit, so I've been playing around with it, but I really like it, so I chose to change my major to that.
Of course. And looking back more on your COVID freshman year in Middle Tennessee, would you say you had a kind of, how they say the welcome to the NBA kind of moment or college basketball? Did
Yeah,
you have that? Do you have that moment where you were like, this is like real and I'm playing college basketball? Did you have one of those
yeah,
moments?
yeah, yeah. I did have one of those moments. It's like I had a couple of those moments because like when I play, it's so much emotion I have for the game, so much passion. So it's like I give it all I got, and when I'm out there, I'm like, what I'm saying, this is really happening.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really here. I really made it to this point that a lot of people say I wasn't gonna make it to. So it was like I had a couple moments like that that I
Mm-hmm.
really just be like just in the moment, just being in the
Yeah.
moment.
Of course. And when talking about Middle Tennessee and their program as a whole, what do you feel they provide their athletes as well as what they pride themselves on the most?
As a whole, it's hands on, especially with athletes. They want to see us thrive. They don't want to see us fail, and it's not just like you come here, play sports, and make the school look good, and then you go on about your business. No, like we had a meeting, like a personal meeting, a personal lunch with the president of the school and his wife, the first lady, and
Mm-hmm.
the things they were telling us, like, you're not done when you leave here. Like, we will still be behind you if you need anything. We will support you through it all. So it's not just come here, do what you gotta do, and leave. Like, no, it's like when you come here, you're part of a family, and our coaching staff, especially hands on, they're gonna make sure you're okay. They're always asking us, "Are we good? Do we need anything?" So it just shows the love they have for us, and you get the most out of a kid when you do stuff like that for them.
Mm-hmm. And expanding on that, if you had to describe Middle Tennessee in one word or sentence, what would it be?
This Middle Tennessee is a good place for student athletes and students around the world.
Mm-hmm. And if I'm correct, you have done some NIL deals, correct?
Yes,
Or you
sir.
have your just kind of expand more on that. What are you doing right now? What do you have out, and why do you do it in the first place?
My first NIL deal was Lifestyle Bands. They contacted me through social media, Instagram, and they were telling me like the plan they had for me and how they could expand my name, image, and likeness. And uh, we came to agreement and came to a deal. And I have a couple of bands on right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, I had that NIL. And then my second idea was I started a clothing brand through this company, and everything's been going good. It's Just Believe by Justin Buford.
Of course. Very good message. And for everyone in life, they always have their close people, their people in their corners, the people that are their biggest supporters, or their harshest critics, but out of love. For you personally, who has that been for you? And if they're to be listening, what would you have to share with them?
I have a couple, but and I don't want to leave anybody out because
Yeah,
I love all of them. So it's first off, I'll have my mom. Like, my mom is my number one fan and my number one critic. But yeah, I love her with everything in me. She's done so much for me, man. Like, she's been behind me since day one.
hmm,
Just always putting up with everything, going like following me during AAU, high school, just always just been there for me, and I love her to death. I have my sisters and my brothers, Asia, Buford, Astria, Bogan, Thaddeus Smith. Like, I like they are part of my support system too, and I just love them. I have a lot of coaching mentors that been in my life for a long time. Coach Jeremiah Witt been training me since I was a little kid. He's like a big
hmm,
brother to me. I have Coach Michael Curry. That's my guy from high school. I love him. He's been with me around along the journey. Like since I graduated high school, he hasn't just left my side. He's still been with me.
Mm-hmm.
I got Greg Davis out of Montgomery, Alabama. He's a trainer. He's been behind me for a long time. I got Coach Willie Shears, Pastor Reverend Crum. It's a lot of guys, and I hope I didn't leave anybody out.
They know who they are, though. They know who they are.
They know who they are.
So, yeah. But when reflecting back on your collegiate career and legacy, once it comes to an end, how do you most want others to remember you for, whether that be more focused on what you were like in your character, your accomplishments on the court, the way you present yourself as an individual off the court, or both?
Probably both. I want to make an impact on the court. That's why I play basketball, and that's why I choose to play it at this level, and that's why I chose to take this scholarship. I want to make my mark everywhere I go, and off the court, I want everybody to be like, he was a genuine guy, great personality, just a guy that just gets it done. Hey, that's a guy I try to be every day. Don't complain, just get it done.
Mm-hmm. And last question, if not too early, what might be in store for you in your future as an athlete and individual after college?
If I could play this game to make money, I'm going to do just that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's everybody's dream. But after that, like I said, I like the stock market, and I would really look into that, being a stockbroker or something in that sort.
Of course. Once again, Justin Bufford, Middle Tennessee guard. Justin, really appreciate you taking the time today, and wish you nothing but the best with your future, man.
Thank you so much, Payne.
Of course.